Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Regulation E video, bringing you Water Ogerpon, also known as Wellspring Masked Ogerpon. Unlike the Ogerpons that we have played on the channel previously, this Ogerpon has the water typing, this Pokemon has the water absorb, and this Pokemon gets a water type IV Cudgel while also getting a +1 in special defense every time you terrestrialize it. I'm excited. At first, I looked at this Ogerpon, I looked at the water absorb, I was kind of underwhelmed by water absorb. The mold breaker and the defiant kind of does feel like a stronger option. But with the +1 in defense, having a form of recovery ain't too shabby. Like, I could have gone full in with this, done like maybe a surf on Pelipper just to kind of, you know, have some longevity. But the problem is I found myself constantly hitting things that didn't want to get surfed, like, you know, Landorus and Golden Go and etc. So I ended up not going for it. I just have the Weather Ball instead, which is a new move that was added to Pelipper. Pelipper now has access to a base 100 power water move, that being Weather Ball whenever the rain is up. Because if you guys don't know what Weather Ball is, it essentially copies whatever weather is out. So if it's sunny, then you get a fire type move. If it's raining, you get a water type move, etc. So it copies the weather. And if there is weather out, it doubles the damage on it. So it goes from 50 to 100. Otherwise, it's only a base 50 normal type move, and it kind of sucks. So you do kind of need that weather out for it to be anything useful. So now Pelipper doesn't have to miss Hydro Pumps. That's kind of cool. Also, we got Grassy Glad here on Rillaboom, baby. Time to try this out. I'm running Fire Tera Rillaboom just because I felt like I needed not another water type on the team and not another grass type on the team. So we're trying that out. We'll see what happens. Also, Landorus with the 100% accurate Sandsear Storms in the rain. I think that'll do some damage. With that said, if you guys are excited to see Water Wellspring Masked Ogerpon on the channel, hit the like button down below, subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. And with that said, let's get on to today's video. Standard good stuffs. Also looks like their team appreciates the rain a little bit, so that's a little bit of a bummer for us. But nevertheless, we have ways around this. We have cool things about our team. We have things like Grassy Glad Rilla. We have actually, I didn't even mention this. We have Weather Ball on this too, so that's gonna be fun. Weather Ball because I don't want to miss Hydro Pumps, and now I have access to a water move that is 100 damage and stab, so I will definitely take that and run with it. Now they do have Intimidate on their side of the field, which I mean makes me want to lead special attackers. It's not mandatory though. I could still lead with a Fake Outer and be okay there. I definitely want to get Tailwind up just to kind of counteract theirs and deal with theirs. So here's what I'll do. I'll go for the Iron Hands lead, and I'll go for the Pelipper Iron Hands. Bring the Rillaboom in the back, and then bring Ogerpon in the far back here. I think I could pressure them a lot, even though I'm bringing a bunch of physical attackers, and they have a Landorus on their field. I think I could pressure them a lot with my Pelipper. I can also pressure them a lot with my Fake Out users, right? If I could just cycle out my Fake Out users, rinse and repeat them, I can take a lot of Pokemon out for surprise. Now the issue is they have double ghost types, so could be a problem, could not be a problem, but I think these are the right four for the situation, especially if I'm gonna like target a Flutter Mane or have swap-ins to like a Water Strike Urshifu. Ogerpon is the way. Tornadus Urshifu is gonna be my opponent's lead here. Okay, now here's the thing, I don't need to go for the Fake Out, but I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna Fake Out the Ursh and set Tailwind here. I'm not gonna bother faking out the Torn because every Torn and their mother carries Covert Cloak, so there's just no point. You might as well go for the one that you know doesn't have Covert Cloak and get the Tailwind up. Just match it. All I gotta do is match it. All right, they're gonna terrestrialize right away, actually. Fascinating. That smells like it's an attack that is gonna go into my Iron Hand, so glad that I stopped that from happening. There's their Tailwind. We're about to match them here. Does it matter? Probably not, because we're still gonna underspeed them, but it might matter once I decide to bring in my Ogerpon, which I think I'm gonna bring in right now. Actually, do I? No, walking into a Bleak Wind here would be detrimental. Yeah, waltzing into a Bleak Wind is not something I want to do right now. I could Grass Tera here, but then again, I walk into the Bleak Wind. They got me kind of pinned. I'm going to Wild Charge Torn. I'm going to Hurricane the Ursh. We'll see how this plays out. I'm a little pinned here. There's a lot of damage to both my Mons. Unfortunately, it's going to drop my Iron Hand speed. Not that it matters too much. I actually drop both of my Pokemon speed. And they go for the Surging Strikes onto pretty much whoever they'd like. It's going to be the Iron Hands here. I'm just going to have to lose Iron Hands here. I don't have another choice, really. Because again, swapping into one of my two Mons is not going to be the situation that I want to be in with the Bleak Wind on the opposing side of the field. The good news is I think Ogerpon should be able to outspeed the Tornadus, and this is a big Hurricane. Great damage. And the fusion. Okay. I like the sound of those duckies. Yeah, I'm going to go Ogerpon because at least this way I have a way to Terrastalize and get me away from the grass typing as soon as I can. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to Terrastalize, go for the Ivy Cudgel onto the Torn. Protect is useless. I might just let the Pelipper drop. Like, I could swap in Rilla. I could get Grassy Glide. Perfect. They just swapped there. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to catch myself into just a Bleak Wind Storm for no reason. I didn't want to take that damage unnecessarily. All right, booster is going to be a speed booster. Okay, so they're actually going to outspeed my Ogerpon here now. Is what that means. Interesting, but I'm going to have +1 special defense, and I'm not going to be a grass type anymore. So even if they do outspeed, which I don't think they do, I think I should outspeed, unless Tornadus is 111 and I'm remembering it incorrectly. That could also just not be max speed here. All right, neat. I outspeed. Cool. They might be bold or something. We'll see how much damage you do here. Big Ivy Cudgel into the Torn in the rain. Sayonara, baby. All right, that's really good. We take those because this also means we get a free Hurricane onto the Flutter Mane. That's a Grassy Glide away, I think. Ah, double fusion, baby. Nice. They haven't actually hit themselves, but it's still nice connecting with it. They also just lost their speed control option as they go into Lando. Listen, I get your getting the Intimidate. I somehow don't think this matters, though. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo at this point, right? I think I choose Fluttermane. I think I choose Fluttermane and Protect. I have a lot of faith in my Ogerpon right now. Fluttermane does outspeed it. Will it hit itself? No, it won't, but special defense boost, baby. We got, look at that, eating that up. Big Ivy Cudgel into the Flutter. Gonna get rid of a Fluttermane. That's huge news for us. And also gonna lock in their Intimidate on the field so they can't spam Intimidate against my Rillaboom. Rillaboom is gonna be a little bit of a win condition here. As they Rock Slide, okay. Thankfully my Pelipper's safe. Ogerpon lived. It sure did. Now Tailwind's gonna peter. The way that the speed worked out that turn tells me that their Ursh isn't scarfed, which is good news. I think they have to... I think they have to rely on an Aqua Jet knocking out my Ogerpon, and I'm not so sure that does it. I'm going to attempt an Ivy Cudgel into Lando. Now I'm also going to attempt a Weather Ball into Lando. I'm going to double into the Lando here. Oh, I outspeed everything. Ogerpon's putting in some serious work. The Crying Mask. Bop! Goodbye, Lando. Taking the meta by storm, Ogerpon. This is the third time we're having Ogerpon here on the channel. It just plays so differently every single time, even though the moves don't change that much. Surging Strikes now onto my Ogerpon will knock me out in just one. Honestly, if that knocked me out in one, maybe the Aqua Jet would have done it. Ogerpon doesn't have incredibly high defenses. It's very clearly a physical attacker that goes fast. but neat. Here's a weather ball just so I got to use it. Just so I get to use it one last time. The Urchin's gonna live at 1 HP, but rain is also gonna drop. I feel so bad for my opponent. My opponent's like, maybe I have a chance here. Who'll see? Who knows? I'm gonna show them a Rillaboom and they're gonna be really sad. It's just like, here you go. I had this the whole time. It's a monkey. Guess what the monkey do now? The monkey go first now. Grassy Glide. And then doesn't matter what I do. I'll click protect. Battle is canceled. Taking a dub with Ogerpon. Check and mate with the Rillaboom. Louis. GG's. On to the next. All right. Nino with the double Reggies. Okay. Double Reggie plus a Tailwind plus a potential Trick Room with the Farigiraf. A lot of things stopping priority on their team. By a lot, I mean Farigiraf. Kind of sad for, you know, my double fake out and my Grassy Gliding. But other than that, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I'm definitely going to want Rillaboom as the lead. I'm definitely going to want Speed Control as an option. So I think I'm just doing Pelipper and Ogerpon. Bring Lando in the back, bring Rillaboom in the back. Feels like the right play. Now, there could be a big issue with this Regieleki and its electricness. But I should be okay. My battery's been dying for the last 4 games. I know it's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen this game. It's gotta happen eventually. There you go, game. Fine. Keep reminding me. Should we take the gamble? Should we just wait and see? Plug it in later? Find out. See if I'm running like an idiot. That sounds like good content. I'll do it. Look, it's unplugged. It's not plugged in. Let's see if it dies this battle. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. Okay. Drago is concerning. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Drago is something that I wanted to play against right now. I'm going to Tailwind because I'm sashed, though. And I think I'm still going to protect. Hold Tera protect seems like the competent option. So that's the option I'm going to go for right now. Just go for a nice and simple spiky shield. They're going to go for Tailwind. Oh, perfect. Even better. Awesome. I'm not taking damage. I get Tailwind up. Oh, they just fired a Bleak Windstorm. Okay. Fair enough. Pelipper doesn't appreciate that. Ogerpon, I'm about to Terastallize, so I'm not going to care about it soon. Now, how can I deal the most amount of damage possible? I think I Weather Ball. I guess Hurricane is technically more. They're both neutral. I'm going to throw everything I have. Ivy Cudgel into Drago. Hurricane into Drago. Terastallize. Get my special defense boosts against these 2 special attackers. Prosper. Maybe. All right, it's time for Water Tera Ogerpon again. Cry for me, Ogerpon. Look at this sad, sad face. I like the mask, though. Guys, comment down below. What's your favorite Ogerpon mask? I know we haven't seen one on the channel yet. Special guess to which one is next. But... oh, they're also Terastallizing. Okay, I see you, big dog. That's fine. I went for an Ivy Cudgel. Still neutral. Still hurts. Still not going to get a max damage... what's his face off? At least you shouldn't. Tailwind shouldn't matter. We know they're not scarfed because they protected last turn. Big Ivy Cudgel in the rain. Into the Drago. Sayonara, buddy. Nice Terastallization, friend. Holy. Yo, we love Ogerpon. We stan Ogerpon. This is so dumb doing this much damage with Ogerpon. Now the Hurricane gets to rotate targets on to the Tornadus, who has a Citrus Berry. Okay. That's not a Covert Cloak. Which means the Covert Cloak could be somewhere else. All right, Nino sending out a Lucky now. We don't outspeed that one. I'll tell you what, though. We can go for the Weather Ball. And just hard swap into Lando, right? We'll keep our Ogerpon safe. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know this about Embody Aspect, every time you switch, you get the boost back. So you always have the boost. It's essentially... Oh, wow. What a good switch, baby. Nice wild charge into the Lando. Not going to happen. Bleakwind Storm will knock out my Pelipper, though. And my speed on Lando is going to drop. No fun, no fun. I'll tell you what, though. Rilla can come out now. I know I could fake out their side of the field because they showed us Citrus Berry already. Now, if they have Furgiraffe waiting in the sidelines, then just GG's, you got me. Yeah, let's just fire off a Sandsear. Just in case they do swap into Furgiraffe, I'm still doing a lot of damage to it. Like, I could go for Earth Power, but it's actually more beneficial for me to just go for a Sandsear. That's okay, too. Fair enough. Listen, my opponent's gaming. I had a thought process to also just knock out the Torn here, but it's fine. Because Torn will do damage to my Rilla. Well, maybe a lot more damage than I want it to. All right, both Tailwind. No, my Tailwind's petering. Their Tailwind peters this turn. I think I'm going to protect with the Rilla. And see if I can eliminate the Torn from the game. With Life Orb, Sheer Force, Sludge Bomb. It's non-stab, but still should hurt. Could have also protected to stall out their Tailwind for one more turn, but then they would have been guaranteed to do it another turn. Let's see if they even decide to keep the Torn in. They might realize that the Torn is like a big answer to my Rillaboom. They definitely keep Torn in. Oh, I've been wrong. I'm wrong. I have been wrong. Flutter's... Oh, I'm sorry, Fluttermane. Maybe not the switch you wanted, buddy. Maybe that's not the switch you wanted. Oh! Well, I definitely should have double protected then, I guess. Well, I guess I knocked out Regieleki there. I guess you can count that as a knockout. So now my Ogerpon in the back is fine, you say? You say that now I'm okay with Ogerpon? Fine by me. Tailwind's gonna peter. That means they're forced to just click Tailwind this turn. My Ogerpon's gonna come back out. Put a lot of pressure on him, hopefully. I think, what should I knock out here? I think I should knock out the Torn before the Torn is going to do damage. Can Ivy Cudgel do it? I'm sure it can. I've seen Ivy Cudgel do crazy things today. Grassy Glide into the Flutter. Going to be a 2-hit KO. Beautiful. So if they don't knock out my Rillaboom, I win the game. Grassy Glide puts so much pressure on Flutter mains now, baby. Big Ivy Cudgel. They don't even go for the Tailwind. I guess they realize that if they want to win the game, they have to do damage to this Rillaboom. All right, here's the Dazzling Gleam. Ogerpon's going to scoff at that damage. My +1 special attack. I'm putting in work. Also, we learned that I outspeed the Flutter, so I guess I'll just protect with the Rillaboom for fun and go for the Ivy Cudgel here onto the Flutter main. Battle is canceled. Taking another dub with the Water Ogre. Dude, I'm liking this thing. It hits like a truck. GG's. Also, my controller didn't die, so I gotta plug it in. Tanky team you got there, friend. Tanky but strong. Not too much priority on their side of the field, though. I mean, they do have Sucker Punch, they do have Aqua Jet, they do have the Tornadus, but other than that, we're pretty solid. I think what I want to do is stop Trick Room at all costs, because that is definitely an option for them. But I do also have slow mons like Iron Hands that can just kind of take advantage of Trick Room as well. I'm going to go Ogerpon. I'm going to go Pelipper over here. Bring my Iron Hands in the back. It's the first time I'm bringing Iron Hands to the game. To the games. And then Rillaboom in the far back. I might want to Terrasilize Grass Iron Hands. I don't know though. It just really does depend on the Ursaluna. But granted, Ursaluna could just go for Facade and still probably one-shot me. So the one way I can lose this game is by getting this Ursaluna in Trick Room. Oh, it looks like they're not even going for that at all. Fine. It's like the greatest thing ever. I'm fine with this. Yeah, what do they do? I'm just gonna water Tera, go for the Ivy Cudgel onto the Torn, and Tailwind. Tailwind to match. They could set Tailwind. They can go first here on one of their two Pokemon, but there's nothing that Urshifu can do. I don't think, at least. Now, my one concern would be like a Bleak Wind right away. But if they Bleak Wind, then Ogerpon actually outspeeds it. I guess we'll find out. It depends on the flavor of Torn. If they're max speed Torn, I could be in trouble. If they're not, I should outspeed and I should KO. I am getting a special attack boost. I'm also getting rid of my grass typing. They go for Detect, and no one's even targeting you, buddy. We're going for that Tornadus, who does just set up Tailwind. Okay. Set up Tailwind, then die. Sounds good for me. Let's just pop this stupid genie. Dude, this is too much damage, man. Just pop. It's literally just gone. They did a good job with Ogerpon. Like, I don't know about the loyal trio. They're kind of meh. So far, we've been playing them on the channel. They haven't been impressing me incredibly hard. But, you know, Ogerpon, they overtuned Ogerpon. All right, here's a pretty interesting situation where we can either go for the Iron Cudgel onto the Heatran or just Wood Hammer the Ursh. I think I Ivy Cudgel the Heatran, and I think I go for the Hurricane also onto the Heatran in case it decides to Terrastalize here. We just cover all of our bases. All right, they are going to Terrastalize Heatran. Will it be a grass? It will. Okay. Part of me did this because I'm curious to see how much damage I could still do to a not very effective Heatran. Because this is still 2x stab in the rain. Like, it's a lot of damage still here. A base 100 physical water move with high crit chance. Bop! Dude, it's still dumb. It's still dumb. They do go for the Surging Strikes. We live that? Yeah, we live that. 61? I think so. They're not doing 61 damage to me. Nice. We live with 25 left. Give me the Hurricane. Do I outspeed the Heatran is the question? I'm max speed. I do. Hurricane onto Heatran. A sayonara, man. Just like that. Terrastalization's gone again. Okay. Yo, it's like deja vu from the last battle. Waterpon is impressing me, dude. Ursaluna, the firmer alpha, more like Ursaluna, the former alive. Like, I don't even know what to say. Let's Weather Ball. They're gonna protect the Ursa though, right? Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll Wood Hammer, Ursh, and then Weather Ball Ursaluna. That seems like a fair turn. Yeah, they're just gonna protect Ursaluna. But the Wood Hammer on Ursh just eliminates it from the game. Big Wood Hammer. Is this Ogerpon one-shotting nearly every Pokemon in this game, dude? The only Pokemon that took 2 shots was a not very effective hit. Everything that's super effective dies. Yeah, goodbye. I get it. I really do. I'm gonna upload it anyway. Dude, Ogerpon forcing rage quits with Water Tera. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and do one more battle in today's video because that was too short. GG's. Oh, I feel like I've faced this before. It might have been the same player, might have not been the same player, but I feel like this isn't the first time I'm seeing an Iron Valiant, a Moltres, and a Decidueye on the same team. But you know what? Nothing Ogerpon can handle. I think it's definitely a problem seeing that Gastro here, though. But the cool thing is that Ogerpon doesn't care. Ogerpon ain't worried. Ogerpon prosper. That's all we do. Anyway, let's go with the Pelipper Ogerpon lead. We're just going to be worried about water moves and using water moves. I definitely need Rilla here. Rilla's great into this matchup. And I think last but not least, we should just have a Landorus. I am okay with Landorus. I almost ran out of time too, but I am okay with Landorus. Just going with these 4. I feel the least confident about the, like, out of all my battles today, this is the one that I feel least confident about. Mostly because they're using some wacky things. I'm not a fan of wacky. All right, Iron Valiant Moltres. I've definitely seen this before. I probably played this on the channel earlier this week. This lead is like breaking a thought memory here. But okay. Again, I realized that, hey, maybe we don't want to just go for the water move right away. Maybe we want to just go for the grass move on the Iron Valiant. Maybe we just want to Hurricane the Iron Valiant too. I'm going to double into this. I don't know what Iron Valiant does. I don't want to find out either. But I am going to terrestrialize. That I will do, my friends. It's Water Tera time. I've done it 4 times in today's video too. I've committed to the bit. I've committed to the Water Tera Ogerpon embody aspect. Special defense up now. Good for us. Spirit Break? I mean, that's fine. Nah, not that fine. That took a lot more than I thought. Wow. Well, thankfully, you should be going away now. The fact that they didn't swap into Gastro might mean they didn't bring it, which is strange. I feel like that'd be something you bring. Also, this Moltres is slower than my Pelipper. Means it might be a very tanky version of it. Oh, they air slash. Oh, we dodging though. Oh, that's huge. Oh, I'll be honest. That actually matters. But they do have Gastro. Okay. Well, I can't go for the Cudgel, so I will just protect. They're going to protect Gastro, so I'm going to try to get some initial damage off on this Moltres for now. I really hope they don't go for a Tailwind here, though, because I didn't go for Tailwind. I got a little greedy. Just a little bit. I mean, I do also just have Rilla. Regardless, let's Spiky Shield. See what the Moltres decides to do. Gastro does protect. Okay. We're able to call that. Rotated targets onto the Moltres. And I'm going to fire off a Hurricane here. Right above. Oh, they just fire Wrath. Okay. Perfect for me. Now we can hit you with a grass move. What do we think? Do we think they keep it in, though? I want to be really real and then just like go for an Ivy Cudgel into that Gastro spot, expecting them to swap it out. No, I won't do that. I'll tell you what. I'll do this instead. I will go for a water move, but it'll be with the Pelipper. Just in case they swap into the Sarah Ledge. They are swapping. Okay. Let's see what they do. Sarah Ledge. Show me Sarah Ledge. Dang it. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. Oh, well, Woodhammer should still hurt. Oh, my goodness. That's why. Got the crit. Okay, we still take the Sarah Ledge with, I mean, the Decidueye with us. Still worth it in the end. And I still have a Rillaboom for the Gastro in the late game. All right, Weather Ball does go through. Does eliminate the Decidueye from the game. Beautiful. There's still a Moltres I haven't touched yet. It's still there. I guess it's going to remain there. I'm definitely going to go down to this Fiery Wrath. But I might have the correct 2 Pokemon here in the end game to make a difference. Maybe. Kind of does depend. Actually, I might not have the correct Pokemon. How am I getting rid of Moltres? They're definitely protecting again with Gastro, right? They have to. It's like a rule. Also, no terrestrialization either, right? Yeah, they could still kind of trip me up here. I kind of want to go for the Sandseer. No, I'm going to Sludge Bomb Moltres. I'm going to fake out Moltres. Oh, but this means that they can like Gastrodon Ice Beam me too. I think it's still the best play that I can make. Let's do it. Let's not overthink this. Let's hopefully see Gastro just protect again. Good. See, this is why we don't overthink, because sometimes the opponent just goes for the more obvious play. Unless you know you're going against like some top tier threat opponent, you should really hold back on the reads. All right, Moltres gonna eat that citrus. I'm not sure that another Sludge Bomb will do it, but I'm gonna try. Sludge Bomb again onto the Moltres. Grassy Glide onto the Gastro. Not a Gastro in the world can take this hit. Actually, that's a good question. I have no idea if there is a Gastro. Like maybe max HP, max defense, both can take this hit because they did lower Grassy Glide by 15. It used to be 70. It is now not. And again, yeah, they still do have this terrestrialization to use, huh? It's going to be the Gastro. It has to be the Gastro. Ghost! Well, this Gastro will live. I mean, it's okay as long as we knock out the Moltres. Okay, it's okay as long as the Moltres protect. No, it's not! Because they might have Ice Beam here. They do have Ice Beam here. I should have... I wanted to Sandsear too. It was in the back of my mind. I didn't go for it though. Yeah. The Ice Beam complicates some things. There is one more hope here. And that's a Wood Hammer being enough to knock out a Moltres. And then a Wood Hammer again being enough to knock out a Gastro. I also have to live an Ice Beam from Gastro. No! I don't think we're going to win. I think this might be the second time that this team beat me. I remember playing this team and it's doing really well. Okay, that's good. That's really good. That means I don't have to take an Ice Beam, but I also have to knock out a Moltres here. They Tailwind, that's fine. I think I still outspeed. Also, they outsped me just now. Oh my goodness! Okay, now I have to Grassy Glide the Moltres, but at the same time, they know I have to get Grassy Glide the Moltres, so I'm probably not going to get Grassy Glide the Moltres. I just have to hope I have enough grassy terrain turns left. 2, perfect. That's the perfect amount. Okay. Now I'm going to Wood Hammer the Gastro. I'll Grassy Glide Moltres next turn after Moltres is done protecting. They go for Air Slash. GG. Ah, that's fair. Oh, and they just outspeed me. Okay, never mind. I had no hope there. I had absolutely no hope there. 3 wins, 1 loss in today's video. Gastrodon is pretty good against Ogerpon water, huh? That's a pretty good answer. Not always, because remember, I had grass typing for it. They just pulled the trigger on the right turn. GG's anyway. What a great way to end today's video. It was a very competitive battle there at the very end. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the like button down below, subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already, and I don't know, say something in the comments. Anyway, I'm Pokésports. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.